And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
An asteroid is coming to Earth, and it's about to destroy the Australasian area, the South Pacific. And so it's your job to save humanity. No. Actually, you are going to build a habitat to protect the Australasian animals, which I think we would agree is a very important thing to do, although that doesn't seem like the very first thing I would think about doing. But hey, it gives us the basis for this game to build a habitat for Australasian animals. Although, in essence, I'm not really sure why the game needs an asteroid at all. I mean, couldn't you just build one? But I guess maybe it gives a sense of urgency to building one. So anyhow, that's what Komodo is. Let's take a look at it. This is the starting tile in Komodo, and each player is going to have 5 more tiles, and on your turn you can play up to 3 tiles. Now, you're going to be attaching tiles together. You have to attach them side to side like this, and as long as one piece of terrain matches, you're fine. So I can build this tile here. This tile I could not place here because nothing matches, but if I turned it around, now I can place it because you can see that the green area matches. And the reason I am building this peninsula and I'm adding different tiles and growing this as time goes by is because I'm trying to build areas for the different animals that are in this game. And each player is going to start with 2 different animals. Let's take a closer look at these animals. They're really nice cards. They show the different animals, and each one has a point value, but that point value is important. Each one also has a type of animal. You can see that there's birds and mammals, and then they also have a certain type of terrain that they prefer. Some of them prefer the water. For some reason, the giant cuttlefish wants to go in the water. Others want to be in the grasslands. Others like to be in the desert. And so you have the different types of terrain. There's not too many different types of terrain, but there's different kinds of animals. And there's actually sometimes the same of different animals. Here's a little blue penguin, and there's another little blue penguin. One is 5 and one is 10. Well, you're going to have 2 of these cards in your hand. And if there's a free area on the board for your animal. And so this is a 5 and a C. And so I look and I say, hey, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could put them in that area. And you can do so. You just put the token that matches that. This is the 5 penguin token that match that. Or you can see this area here is also free. And the reason I might want to put it in that area is because later if I draw the 10 penguin, I can put him in the same area because there's at least 10 there. Once an animal is in an area, then no other animal can go into that area. So you can't add more animals to the same area unless they're the exact same type. And you can't connect 2 areas that have different creatures. So I can't, if there's a water area here for the penguins and I have another water area that's somewhere else, I can't connect the 2 to put more creatures. And there's a lot of different creatures that are available in the game to put out. Most of them are 5, 10, or 15. There's also a bunch of these wild cards. You'll start the game with a couple of them, and every time you put an animal out, you get to draw a new one, although you can only have a hand limit of 3. These different ones here, everyone passes an animal card to the player on their left. All these animal cards do or let you do different things. You can relocate animals on this one. You can move tiles. You can show 1 or 2 tiles and ask other people for trades for them. You can steal a tile from another player. They're not super powerful, but they are available. In fact, there's an advanced variant where you don't even shuffle these. You leave them all face up on the side of the board with different types together, and when it's your turn to draw one, you pick which card you want, which is actually a pretty neat idea. So the game will continue until we run out of tiles. And that's going to happen because players are placing between 1 to 3 on their turn, and they'll probably place a lot of them, and as time goes by, the area will expand rapidly. At that point, everyone will get one final turn. Now, on your final turn, you won't draw new animal cards, but at the beginning of the game, every time you use these, you'll draw up the 2 animal cards in your hand. At the end of the game, you will get points for every animal that you have face up in front of you, unless that's an escaped animal. One of the wild cards lets someone take one of your animals and escape, and then you have to put it back either in the same place or in another place if another animal has taken your spot. But you'll get points for all these animals that you have found a space for, minus points for the ones in your hand. And the player with the most points is the winner. That is not the only way to play the game. There is also a cooperative game in which you're trying to get all 32 animals into a house, and depending on how difficult the game is, you would determine how many tiles you have at any one time. And so you're all working together to basically get all 32 species out on the board. Komodo has several good things going for it. One, it's really cool looking. The tiles are pretty, the components are good quality, the pictures are really good pictures of the animals. Has a nice educational flair to it, especially for those of us who are not from that region of the world, because I didn't even know about all these animals, so it was good to learn about them. I didn't know there was such a thing as a blue penguin, so now I know. And so that's good. The cooperative game is okay. It's more like a puzzle, which I know cooperative games are that way, but it's like one person playing type kind of cooperative. I don't know how to explain it. There's no special abilities. You're just all working together to solve a puzzle. It's okay. I just like the regular game or the advanced game where you see all the cards. It's not terribly strategic in the sense that, you know, you get the tiles you get, you build what you can, and then you put your animals out. But it's fun. It's a lightweight Euro-style game, and I played this game with kids, and they just went bonkers over it. They really enjoy putting tiles out because the restrictions in putting the tiles out are so minor. I mean, you can basically put, there's very rarely will you sit there and go, I don't know where to put a tile out. You can put them out. It's easy. The action cards are simple. They're not too aggressive in your face, but they do allow you to do some neat things around the board. And then housing an animal is a fun and wholesome and entertaining activity that people are going to like. This is an excellent family game, and I think it's easy to promote because it's so easy to play. I mean, I can teach this and have this up and running in 2 minutes, and yet it's not just autoplay. People have decisions, and it's fun to watch it, like Carcassonne, to watch the tiles expand and see the different preserve. Again, I'm not sure what the asteroid has to do with anything, but it is a decent game, a good game, and if you have kids or you just want to, you have people who you'd like to present a gift to with a light, fun game, this is most certainly one that I'd recommend, Komodo.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.
Shut the door!
That's right. Shut it.
Yeah?